Hi, it's Tammy, and we're going to be doing our cash stuffing part 6 for the 401k. Right, whew. Let's get into this cash stuffing. All right, now I may insert a video before I get into all of this, just with the stuff that I have on my Etsy shop. I'm not sure yet. Let me show you this. I needed this so bad. I think it was less than $5. It's a little crate. I couldn't find little things that just had the sides on them to hold my books up, but whenever I'm hole punching the things that I make with this, it shakes a lot. The camera shaking with just that, so that's helped me out. But anywho, I showed you that because I have made me a new 1 month ahead book, because last time I told you that I was thinking of doing the going in from the top, or maybe I even had it made by then, but yeah, I wanted to make something different. Just, I like from the side, it's totally fine, but I think this looks cleaner. And if you see from the top, all of these are full. So I have all of the January bills taken care of. The only mistake that I made with this is that I didn't do them in order by bill, just because I switched straight over from here. So I was looking at the top and putting the money in there. That's the only thing. So I'm making a couple of those to put on my Etsy shop. This one has my February bills in it. So this will be switching, and I'll probably do that on this video. Actually, I made me another one, and I just put 10 for the bills. I think this is 9, because I think one of the pages got messed up. So, but that will be fine. Anywho, let me count what we got, and then we will start budgeting out everything. Let me put this back in my little box there. So we did roll over Friday. The video was posted Friday. That was $90 rolled over from expenses and gas. I can't stand looking at this little scribble out, and I know it's not as bad as white out, but I have white out for a reason. So let me just put this on here, and then what we're going to do is expenses and all this first, and then we'll move on. We'll let this dry a little while we cash stuff the other. If you haven't yet, please go check out my Etsy shop. If you favorite my shop or a certain item, you should be getting an email with a discount code. So I just want to let y'all know that. And I should have my sale still going on. I can't remember what day I set it off at, but whenever I looked at it the other day, it was still current and active. So let me move this. These are messing with my visuals. Okay. Let's count. Don't want to get this on my money, and look. Oops. Oopsie, oopsie, oopsie. So let's just turn that over real quick. We have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 500, 20, 40, 60, 80, 600, 20, 40, 60, 80, 700, 20, 40, 60, 80, 800, 20, 40, 60, 80, 900, 20, 40, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, $1,000 to stuff from the 401k. This will make $4,500 that we've stuffed so far from it, and we almost have February bills taken care of, which I'm super excited about. That is the main goal that I had. So after we get all of those bills stuffed, it's just going to depend on where we're at with Chris having another job, maybe how well my Etsy shop's doing as well, before we know what to do with the rest of the money that I'll be receiving, because the beginning of this month I paid 3 big bills on a credit card, and I really like to pay those off, but I also don't want to pay those off if they can pay those bills for March. I am not looking, I don't think that it's going to get to that point, but just in case, we're going to wait until we actually get there to see before paying on the cards. Anyway, let's get into it. Ooh, so I put for gas that I want to do 60, and I'm thinking I actually want to do less because I do have a $30 gift card that I'm going to be putting in the tank, and I think that we're going to do 40 instead of 60. That'll give us a little extra to play around with. So I only had $30 left from the expenses this week, and that's because I bought stocking stuffers, deodorant, and stuff like that. This little crate thing too. So we're going to be stuffing the full 140 this week, and then 80 for groceries. I always touch it too early. Man. Okay. There we go. So 40 into gas. And then we have, oh, I'm going to have to change this too. Darn it. Also, with that extra money that I'll be getting after getting all the bills stuffed for February, I was also thinking, like, what am I going to use for week by week? So I don't know about that either. Like I said, it's just going to depend on where we're at with job. So we have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40. I have considered trying, like, not trying, but I've considered going back to my old job at Cracker Barrel. I know they'd take me, but I'm just worried. If you haven't been with me long, I had bad postpartum anxiety earlier this year, and I literally could not work. I couldn't do anything, to be honest with you, other than take care of my kids. Like, it was rough. Thank God I got through that, and it was only by God that I got through that. I will just let you know this. I'm not one to want to take medication. I get bad anxiety over having to take medication. So I have high anxiety, but I refuse to take anything because taking things cause me to have worse anxiety. I know, it's so contradictory. Anywho, so I started developing a relationship with God. That's why all of the stuff that I've made, it incorporates Bible verses, because that's really what I did, is I just went hard into my Bible and studying and, like, depending on my faith, which was very rocky before. But anywho, I say all that to say this. I thought about going back there. I just don't want another instance to where maybe I can't make it that day. I don't have a babysitter, so I wouldn't be able to stay. I'd have to do night shift, so I don't know how that would work with everything around here and getting sleep, because sleep very scarce lately. And plus all the illness. So I feel like that's always going to be an option for me, is to go back to Cracker Barrel, but I'm also like, is it really worth the mental toll? And maybe in the future, I definitely want to go back to work after Kieran gets in Head Start. He's 2 now, so he can go into Head Start when he's 3. So maybe take another year off of work and just work on myself for the next year and try to get myself mentally prepared to get back in the workforce. I've always been a worker. I've always supported my family, and I'm blessed to have a man now that I can depend on. Yeah, he did lose his job in November, but it wasn't really his fault. It was a policy oversight, and things were done very poorly, and it was just, you know, they're about to have a layoff. They wanted to get as many people out of there before they had to pay them unemployment. That was pretty much the gist of it. But yeah, they fired him on his birthday. That was November 17th, and he got the 401k. Thank God for that. That's what's getting us through, and but I can depend on him. He's working hard trying to get another job. Right now, with it being right before Christmas, nobody's calling him back, which he's applied to one place so far, and they have a temp agency, so there's 2 different places that could call him for this one job, but they haven't called yet just because they're waiting until after the holiday season. So hopefully by January he has another job and we're all squared away like that. But there was a point in time where there was no possible way I could ever take off for my mental health or anything, and I'm just grateful and thankful for that now in my life. I keep going off into tangents, but I find that when that happens, what I say, it's meant to be said, and that somebody else might be watching this right now and they need to hear that. So I hope that's the case. Okay, 80 for groceries. 20, 40, 60, 80. And that will leave us at 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, 245 for groceries. Oh, we can't do anything there yet until we finish. Okay, so rent first and foremost for February. Here we go. I'm going to get some dry erase markers because they just come off easier. And then we're also going to be moving this moolah over. So, February. All right. We have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 5, 10, 14. Let me make sure this is still recording because my watch vibrated like an alarm was going off. Don't know what about, but so we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And I'm thankful that I live in a place that will assist. It's not housing, but it is a lower income. It's where it's HUD. So pretty much I just go through a third party for this apartment. And I was able to get on HUD last year whenever rent was upped from $775 to $992, and now the apartment that I live in, the rent is $1,020. When I moved in here in 2020, it was only $675, and we paid full rent, the $675, and then after the first year, it was $775. Paid that for a year, and then it was the $992, and we paid the $992, I want to say 3 times, and then we had our assistants that brought our rent down to, it was $564 or $549. It was $549 more than the others, and then it was, did it go down more than that before this go around? I can't remember, honestly. I want to say there was like a $360 something, and now it's the $314, and that's not even with him losing his job. But I don't want to go to them and be like, hey, there's no income now. Lower my rent, please, because I just feel like he's going to have a job soon enough that it's not really going to deter much. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. So I'd much rather just pay more than what we can afford, than to try to get more help. I feel like we get enough assistance. We have food stamps. Food stamps does know that there's no income, just because the food stamps weren't even getting us a full month. So we did need to let them know, like, hey, this has paused for a little bit, so, and we do report everything. Otherwise, you know, I'm not reporting that he's making nothing now, just because I just feel like it's not going to be a long time until he starts making again. If that makes any sense. I hope it does. But if we do have to get to it, if we come around to February and there's still no job, which I highly, highly, highly doubt that, then I'll let them know. But so far, we're fine. Alrighty. I'm just trying to get this situated. Phone probably needs to go first. Alright, so I recommend, if you purchase one of these, any of my things that have the vinyls on it, to use the Expo markers on them, just because they're easier to do, but you can also put the Expo over the Sharpie and it comes out great. So it's not going to really hurt to use the Sharpie. But if you want a cleaner, easier way to get it done, then get the Expo. I've been rambling just to fill the air with some noise, because I can't really talk much else about what I'm doing here. I'm just switching this stuff over. Okie dokie. Now we'll go into cash stuffing. This I'm actually thinking of just tossing. I don't know, because I have these in here. I might take them out. Oh well. I'm just going to put it to the side, because I don't think I'm going to use it. Not even for my personal use anymore. Just because I got it better now. I made it better. Progress. Okay, so we're still going to stuff the 185. That's just the highest my bill has ever been. But it's been staying in the 120s range. So 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 80, 5, I don't know if I mentioned it in this video or my last video. I will be doing rollover for anything that's left in the AUB, and I'm going to wait until it's actually taken out, because in January's I have $185 saved back for it, but my bill's only like $122. So yeah, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 85. Okay. And I haven't been coloring these in. I'll probably do that off camera. I'll just X them out. Okay. So we have these two squared away. Let's see how much we have left. We got the expenses all done. We have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 25, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 221. Wait. No. Not 221. Is that 241? 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. 241. Alright, we can do the child support. Oh, we're going. I don't even have it wrote out for next week or next month. So let's refer to this here. And that's actually, all of these are covered. So I did fill in February's. Let me get back. Here I am. Okay, so we got rent, subs, credit cards, Straight Talk. Have that. I skipped this one. Did I really skip that one? Or did I? Yep. Okay. So, Bow Water, 189. I'm thankful that I referred to this. Alright. Let me go back over here. Sorry. Where did it go? So, 20, 40, 60, 81. 20, 40, 60, 80. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nope. Don't need 10. I need 9. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is relieving to me that we're so close. Look, we got 3 more left here, so that means 4 more bills because I couldn't put one of the things in there, which I could have, I just didn't print another one. So let's see, 20, 40, 41, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, we got 50 right here. What's going to be for child support? I do pay child support on my oldest son because he is primarily with his dad. If you haven't watched my other videos explaining that, I mean, you can go binge watch my older videos, like close to when I first started, because I used to pay a lot more in child support. Alright. Child support, 50. I used to pay $308 a month. But last time we went to court, he was like, no, I don't need that. So I paid it for 2 years, the $308 for 2 years. And he was like, go ahead and just mark it down to 50. And I pay for the next 3 years, and all of my arrears are taken off. I know I told you to go binge watch my other stuff to figure out what happened, but I went into the hospital with depression, and he took custody then, and it's just, I had an attorney that didn't fight for me And I know that sounds like such a cop-out thing to say, but he's like, sign this agreement and in 6 months they'll mediate and we'll get 50-50 right off the bat. And I signed this agreement being told, I was 18 years old, being told that it would go 50-50 in 6 months. And whenever I was like, hey, my attorney's trying to get a hold of your attorney to him, he's like, you signed a permanent parenting plan. So, my attorney knew that. He never discussed that with me, that I'd have to pay him thousands more dollars to represent me again, to even draw out another plan. So, by the time I was pregnant with my second son, I was married to this awful person, and yeah. That's the gist of it. So it wasn't until after I was able to leave, I left my ex-husband, that I was able to save up the money to take him back to court. And that was in 2020. So, anywho, we got $2 left. So let's put that towards Blaine's fund. Oh, we didn't even put this up here. Oh, how did I put 20? That's not 20. Okay, let me put that to the side there. So, we had 90 from the rollover and literally $2 from here. So, that equals out to 0. And Blaine's fund, that is my oldest son. He is getting braces next year, so his father and I, we half the expense after insurance pays 60%. So we still don't know an estimate. We also had to pay for a tonsillectomy this year, and that was like just around $600 a piece. So anywho, we got his fund funded. We have the vehicle fund. My transmission went out again, if you haven't seen already, for the second time this year. So we have to save up at least $500 to pay for the new labor fees. That's just to make sure we have enough, because he said at the highest end it's going to be $500. But the next ones we have to pay, let me total this out first. I'm getting ahead of myself. And then we'll do what we have left to pay to get all of February taken care of. Okay, so this is $738. So 1,000 minus 738, that leaves us with $262. I put a 4 here. That's supposed to be a 6. Okay, so $2 right there. And $2 went in that savings fund. And we're taken care of. So we have this one and this one. Next, we have 2 more bills. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So I guess, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I did have 10 in here. I did know that. Okay, so the next one's going to be ORNL and Mariner. Yay. Really glad I made this, because I feel like it's just so clean looking. So this is with all of these bills paid for January. This is thicker than this, but it's probably because we had to put more ones and stuff in that one. But yes, we're almost taken care of up until February, even without employment. Very thankful and grateful for that. Yeah, so if you like this content, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see you all next time. And you have a good night. Bye-bye.